bad boy, Will Smith.
Trust me.
Hey guys, welcome back to Patten Time. If you are a new subscriber, welcome to our channel, and any returning subscribers, welcome back to Patten Time. We do hope that you like this review, and obviously by the title we are going to be reviewing the last episode, episode 3 of Bel-Air. And if you have seen our previous two videos for episode 1 and 2, then you'll know like we're just following on and going through the process. And if you haven't, then you might want to check it out first.
And we'll link it
as well. So and yeah, so that you are on the same page as us with episode 3. Yeah. And if this is your type of content, please like, comment and subscribe, and let us know your thoughts of this season thus far, and also about this episode, if you liked it or not. So let's get straight into it. So obviously it kind of starts off with more of Blackcess, which we obviously know it's their business, Carlton and Will. Some of the promotion of it, really, they're just trying to promote it wherever they go.
T-shirt
online, t-shirts they've sorted out, and they go to like this event where they, just promote their shirts more and just get people talking about it. And so for some reason, this is what's weird, because like, why would you I don't understand why Jackie, why Jackie is there so much and Lisa as well. Like, it's just not smart. Obviously Will used to have a thing with Jackie, and he's now with Lisa, so why are you all just chilling together? Like, it's just weird. Okay. And obviously Lisa's feeling some type of way about it, because Jackie wants to help out so much, and like, oh yeah, let's do this, let's do that.
But she obviously wants Will, you can tell.
She obviously does.
Yeah.
She obviously does. But Will is not using his head. Like, why are you not putting like a barrier there?
Well, they've got no labels anyway, so.
But it's probably because he's feeling her as well.
Yeah,
he's still feeling her, because they had like a small moment.
Of course.
It's just so stupid. But obviously, Jackie ends up selling more shirts, or pre-selling more shirts than Lisa. And just all up in his, oh yeah, come and do this, it's going to be open, it's going to be, all of that stuff. And basically, Lisa's not having it no more. She flips out, cusses her out, and yeah, they have a big, confrontation. To which she walks off, and Will doesn't say anything. And it's like, that's bad. Like, obviously, you're probably not going to take Jackie's side because you're with Lisa, but say something, at least stop it. Like, you're just... Nah, I was just like, Will, come on now. Like, let's not do that.
I guess we can finish off the point with regards to them two, innit? Because obviously later on they have a conversation. Okay,
yeah. Yeah, they have a conversation the next day. And they basically talk about what happened. Will apologizes and all that. And she kind of does as well. So, like, she's not herself.
Yeah.
And yeah, long story short, they make it official.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now... Will should be behaving himself.
He should be,
because they're now official.
He should be.
There's now a title.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we found out that she was the one who didn't want to put a title on it, because she wasn't sure that he knew what he wanted, I think. Yeah. So yeah, they're official now.
They're official, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. But following on from there, so after this event where they promote their business, there's like street racing that goes on like a certain time after, and so they stay around for it basically. And so that's when we see more of the drama, I guess, or the situation of Jazz, that like he's really going through a hard time. Like money wise, he's it's not working. And I think they're gonna shut down Charlie's vinyl.
Yeah,
I think as well.
Yeah, I think to get some money.
Yeah, and obviously he needs money, so obviously now we look into the fact that he needs to sell his car. He's like, well, I've got nothing else. And so there's a bit of a heart-to-heart between Jazz and Will in the car, and he's like, I just need a moment just to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Because somebody spoke to him and gave him a card to call to buy the car.
Yeah.
So they have a little moment there, and then Will basically get this idea to take part in the street race.
Because we can't get him to...
He can't sell the one thing, the last thing that he has, is his car. So yeah, he gets the idea to do the street race. And so they start negotiating how much he's going to get if he wins. And then, so the other guy's like, okay, if they win, they get the car. And then Will's like, okay, if we win, we get 30,000 or 30 G's. I think it's 30,000 and plus 5.
Yeah,
something like that. So obviously that happens, and yeah, they do all of that stuff. And obviously they win. That was intense. I like that actually. That was intense.
Okay.
You know, watching. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But obviously, yeah, they won, so they won the money. And we were thinking that, are they gonna like jump them because they just lost? But it wasn't even that. I think that's obviously when they had the fight, obviously, with Lisa and Jackie. But then going on from that, I think during it they found weird things that the son was doing. Jeffrey's son that was doing. He was like betting on things from earlier, so they were kind of like suspicious about it.
Yeah.
And then they actually see him having a heated argument with some of the guys there that he was betting with, and I think he lost the bet, and so he had to owe them money.
Yeah.
But he was saying, "Oh, I don't have your money. I don't have it," etc., etc. So that was going to be a big fight, and then Carlton and Will step in. And basically stop the fight.
Yeah, because I think he either stole from them or he undercut them because he was supposed to give them money, but he literally kept it back.
Yeah, undercut.
Yeah,
That's probably
he
undercut
it.
them.
Yeah. And they were saying no, and so obviously he's the bigger
argument.
So he was ready to go for it.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. And so Will, and then obviously they kind of like get at Will and Carlton for joining in. And obviously, as we know, Will was a hothead. Yeah. Like the minute someone starts with him, he's not having it. He's like, yeah, are you sure about that? Do you really want to start with me? So he stopped doing that. So they're kind of like getting at Will now. And then what happens? The police comes, breaks it up.
All
so they're all running away and scattering. And then we find out, before that, but we find out basically that he did undercut them.
Yeah.
He did take the money, he hid it in his sock or whatever. Yeah. And so from then they were like, no, something's not right. And Carlton was basically like, you can't be doing that here. It might work in London, but this is Bel-Air. Like, you can't do that here. And yeah, the son just wasn't having it. He was just like, whatever. And then a car comes, it's Jeffrey. And then this guy lies blatant to Jeffrey's face and trying to say how it was Will and Carlton who got in a problem and I had to, sort it out or whatever. And them two were like...
But before Jeffrey came, they came out to the son to say, we overheard you, or Will overheard you on the phone. So they know that something's going on. So he said, well, if I'm going to tell the truth, I'm going to tell it all. I'm going to say all about the drag
racing.
That
you were there doing the street racing as well.
So literally, they want to know that's going to happen. So
So then, obviously, and then he just lies blatantly to Jeffrey's face, like proper.
Yeah.
And they were just like, So that was like, wow. And then
so that was that about that story.
I think that was that, to be honest. And then you've got Hilary. Okay, so Hilary's friend, she obviously tells her about what happened. Oh, and Ashley saw them.
Yes.
Ashley saw them kiss as well, and obviously she told her friends about it. So Ashley's basically saying that she should tell him, right? She should tell Lamarcus. And obviously Ashley doesn't want her with Lamarcus. She wants her with Jazz. Which is funny. And obviously so she tells a friend and the friend is like, no, don't ruin what you have, etc. It was one mistake, one thing that didn't mean anything when it obviously did. And so she just basically makes the decision to tell Lamarcus when he has like this big game. And eventually he's in the game, but he has like a...
Well,
I don't know.
He was tackled, so I think it's concussion or something. So he falls to the ground.
So he was tackled, and he has probably like a concussion, falls and whatever, so she doesn't get to tell him.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens next if she's still going to do it.
Exactly.
And how bad he is, I guess.
And so I guess the main thing to do with like Viv,
that comes.
The truth comes out. The truth comes to light. She speaks to Erika.
So she goes to her.
She goes to Erika and asks, like, what's going on? Because, previously they were at, like, this event and she was drunk. And then Vivian, she approaches her and says, etc., what's going on? It's all of that stuff. And then Erika says something too, because she's not in, she's drunk in it. Yeah. So she said something like, oh, we put it behind us or something like that. Yeah. And Viv was like, okay, I wasn't talking about that, kind of. And so basically she approaches her and she's like, what is going on? Yeah. She finds out, basically. Erika tells her. And so when Phil comes home, she confronts Phil. She tells him, and it's like a big argument, like proper. And then eventually Carlton walks in. He walks in. He was outside, so he comes into the house, and he overhears them arguing. Yeah. And some of the arguments I think because they were mentioning Carlton as well. Some of the bits. And so he's probably overheard his name as well. So he's probably thinking they're arguing about him, which is why he was probably carrying on like that. But that's basically where the episode ended. Definitely a long time coming. Like, yeah, it's just so stupid why he would keep that from her.
Obviously, it was bound to happen.
It was bound to happen, but it's just, he's dumb. He's dumb, so it was bound to happen. Shouldn't have kept that from her. Like, so he deserves it.
Well,
because why would you keep that from her?
Well, we'll see. And
that's
obviously,
literally your wife.
And obviously, we saw more tension between her and this Sharif, yeah. Sharif guy.
Just stupid.
So it's just.
It's so stupid.
I don't know why they build. I don't know how this. Anyway.
And I think from the trailer reaction, if I remember correctly, there was one of her friends or something was trying to promote like an open marriage to her. So I think that's why we're seeing all of this stuff with her and Sharif. Not so much Phil, but I think that's why we're seeing some stuff there, because she's probably opening herself up to that idea.
Yeah.
As we will probably see. But yeah.
Carlton and Amira. Amira's back on the scene. She's back on the scene,
yeah. So he finds her. He goes to one meeting that she normally goes to. He doesn't go to, and so she leaves.
Yeah, because what are you doing there?
Yeah. Etc. I'm trying to stay away and all that stuff. But lo and behold, she doesn't actually leave. She was outside and she
listening to everything. Yeah.
And so she apologizes or whatever. They get whatever, and they become a thing. Like they become a thing. Yeah. And obviously in the race, it was her car that that they used.
Oh, okay.
It was her car. She drives like this proper
sports.
Yeah, proper. But even with Amira, she's too full on. Like, everyone has just met you, so we don't know who you are, and she's trying to act best friends with Lisa. The way she's trying to speak to the mum as if, I know you.
Maybe she has an agenda.
I don't know. It's a bit weird that she's trying to be all up in everybody's business and friendships just so quickly. Like, you just come on the scene. Like, only Carlton knows you. So it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it for the episode.
Yeah.
That was it for the episode. So a bit more drama, a bit more juice in certain areas. It was probably the best one.
I think episode 4 will kick off.
Yeah, definitely
obviously,
should do.
Yeah, it's gonna kick off.
But yeah, that was the first 3 episodes of the beginning of season 3. So hopefully in future episodes, as it will be 10, hopefully it does pick up and we start to see actual meat in the episodes and get down to the the
nitty-gritty.
Yeah, the nitty. That's what you call it. But if there's anything we did miss in this review or anything that you guys would kind of want to talk about, let us know in the comments. We'd obviously love to have a conversation with you about this episode and the previous 2 episodes, and definitely check them out on our channel. Thank you for tuning in to this episode. If it is your thing, please remember to like, comment and subscribe for future content as well. And we look forward to seeing you in our future videos. Patten time out.